Have you ever looked around and just wondered why some people seem to be magnets for money, while other people, they work so hard, but they're always struggling? Well, Harv Eker's amazing book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, argues that it has way less to do with what you do and everything to do with how you think. So let's dive into that internal programming and, more importantly, what we can do about it.
I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? It's a pattern you see everywhere. You've got people who build a fortune, lose it all, and then boom, they build it right back up again. And then you have others who get a huge windfall, and just a few years later, they're exactly where they started. So what is this invisible force that's really running the show?
Well, according to Eker, the answer isn't in your job or your stocks or even in your bank account. Nope, it's found deep inside your own mind. He calls it your money blueprint, and it's basically this deep-seated program that is already predetermining your entire financial life.
The best way to think about it is like a thermostat for your finances. Let's say yours is set to, $72,000 a year. If you suddenly get a huge bonus or win the lottery, it won't last. Your internal programming will find a way, through bad spending, dumb investments, you name it, to self-sabotage and bring you right back down to that 72K set point. And the craziest part? This whole thing runs on autopilot, controlling your decisions without you even realizing it. So where the heck does this programming even come from? Well, most of it was installed when we were kids. Think about it. What did you hear about money? Things like money is the root of all evil, or the classic we can't afford that. Then what did you see? Did your parents manage money like pros, or was it a constant source of fighting? And finally, what did you experience yourself? All these things came together to create the subconscious rulebook you're still playing by today.
But here's the good news, and it's really good news. You can absolutely change your programming. Eker lays out what he calls 17 wealth files. These are basically specific ways that rich-minded people think completely differently than poor or middle-class-minded people. And by understanding these files, we can finally start the upgrade.
Okay, so the first huge difference really just comes down to who's in control. A wealthy mindset starts with this belief, this deep conviction that you are in the driver's seat of your life. The complete opposite of that is the victim mindset, where you're always blaming the economy, the government, your boss, anyone but yourself. So the first question to ask is this: are you the driver, or are you just a passenger along for the ride?
Another game changer is where you put your focus. When a new idea comes along, the poor mindset immediately starts scanning for everything that could go wrong. All they see is risk, problems, and 100 reasons why it'll never work. But the rich mindset? They scan for what could go right. They see the potential, the growth, the rewards. It's the same picture, but what they choose to focus on changes everything.
Now think about your gut reaction to wealth itself. If you resent rich people, you're sending a really powerful message to your subconscious that being rich is, that it's bad, and you can never become something that you secretly despise. But when you shift that to admiration, you start to learn from successful people, you get inspired by them, and you're basically telling yourself that success is a good thing, and it's something that's totally attainable for you.
This one is critical. There's a fundamental shift here in how you view your income. See, trading your time for money, like with a regular salary, it has a built-in ceiling. There are only so many hours in a day, right? But the wealthy understand that true financial freedom comes from getting paid for the results you create, whether that's through business profits, commissions, or your investments. The focus isn't just on clocking in, it's on delivering value.
And let's be clear about something. The goal isn't to be fearless. That's not a real thing. Everybody feels fear. The difference is what you do when you feel it. The wealthy feel the fear, and then they take action anyway. They get it. They understand that your comfort zone is where dreams go to die. Real success is always waiting for you just on the other side of that fear.
And this pattern, it just continues right on down the line. The rich think big, while others play small. They make a point to surround themselves with positive, successful people, not negative ones. And so important, their financial focus isn't just on their paycheck, it's on their entire net worth, the whole shebang.
Okay, so we've identified the faulty programming. We see the bugs in the system. The big question now is, how do we actually install the new software? Well, Eker gives us a super clear 4-step process for this exact mental upgrade.
This 4-step process is literally how you rewrite the code. First is awareness. You can't change a program if you don't even know it's running, right? So you have to catch those negative money thoughts in the act. Next up is understanding. This is where you trace that belief back to its origin. Where did I learn this? Seeing where it came from helps you realize it's not a fact. It was just something you learned. Then comes the crucial 3rd step, disassociation. You have to realize that thought isn't you. It's just an old file you picked up somewhere, and you have the power to delete it. And finally, reconditioning. This is where you consciously choose and declare a new, empowering belief to install in its place, and you repeat it until it becomes your new automatic thought.
So, at the end of the day, what's the big takeaway here? It's a simple idea, but it's one that can totally change your life. We spend so much time and energy trying to change our results, our outer world, without ever realizing that all of it is just a reflection of what's going on inside.
This right here is the heart of it all. Your outer world is just a printout of your inner world. If you want to change the printout, you don't mess around with a piece of paper. That's pointless. You have to go back to the original program, back to the computer, and change the code itself. Your character, your thinking, your beliefs, that is what creates your wealth.
This quote from the book just sums it up perfectly. The money in your bank account, the assets you own, those are the fruits. That's the visible stuff you can see. But if you want to change them for good, you have to go deeper. You have to work on the invisible, your mindset, your beliefs, your money blueprint. That's where real, lasting financial change actually begins.
So, as we wrap up, I'm going to leave you with this question to really chew on. After everything we've talked about, what's the one single limiting belief, that one root, that you can now identify in your own thinking? And more importantly, what new, empowering belief are you going to choose to install in its place, starting today?